All right, guys, we are live. Hey, welcome everyone to Andromeda 7, your celestial gateway. Glad to be with you tonight. We're doing our, used to do this like every month, huh, Sophia? We do this once a month and just kind of get together and get away from the teaching and just have a good night and see what we can do for the audience. All right.
Get
Uh,
away from the teaching
Sophia
and
is
just have a
my co-host tonight. Teresa is not feeling well, so everyone, let's send her some healing. um, Hope she feels better. We really miss you. Hate doing this without you, but the show must go on. So there we go.
Boom.
Core Black Raven Meditation is with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And we have Nick and Jasmine there in that lower left-hand corner. Hey, water and fire. Love it. Hannah Ray, good to have you with us. Excellent. And then we have a special guest tonight. We have Grandpa Brian and Barry Chad, Elderberry. Say hello to Barry Chad, everybody. Y'all know him in the chat rooms. Awesome, awesome.
Nice
And
to
of
see you.
course, our ride or die, Dalibor Suki. Good to have you with us, Dalibor.
Pleasure
Love
to be
it.
here.
Yeah. So, Sophia, what are you going to use tonight? What is your divination tool?
I am using Ye Old Inversion Tarot deck. So, yeah, it's the tried and true.
Excellent.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see everybody here and in chat.
Great. And Core from Black Raven, what is your divination tool tonight?
I'm going to be doing automatic writing, and I have my trusted Hermetica deck by me.
Wonderful. Love it. And the dynamic duo down there with Jasmine and Nick, what's your divination tonight? Looks like you have a couple different things you want to try.
Yeah, we don't have everything because we still haven't unpacked everything. But I got my old reliable writer tarot deck.
Okay. Uh-huh.
She has her crow tarot deck.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I can't wait.
I have my
really
runes. I can add
runes.
to the
Gotta love the
tarot reading.
runes.
And then she also
Nordic.
has dowsing rods.
Excellent. Dowsing rods as well. Okay. That must. Oh, is that Luna in the background sounding off? Yeah, I love it. Hannah Ray, what's your divination tool? Your choice. Oh, you're on mute, dear.
You know what? It happens. I'm going to be
Yes,
using
it does
cards.
to the best of us.
Oracle cards.
Okay.
And just what's it called when you? I guess speaking. Like I don't.
Okay. So
I don't-
true psychic.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
The scene.
Yeah, I love it. Grandpa Brian, Elderberry, what's your choice of divination? And then we'll acknowledge everyone in chat. I'm just trying to kind of give everybody a few minutes to come into chat, formulate your questions.
Grandpa
Go ahead.
forgot his cards, so I have medicine cards here.
Ooh, great. Love the medicine cards. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure messages will come in to me. They always
Yeah,
do.
they always do, don't they? And that's
Right.
that's why we want to kind of go organic with this one. Okay, so the way this works is you're in chat, means you want to have a question answered, or you've got something on your mind, you need a little help with it, whatever it may be. If you could just put your question in capitals and submit it, that way we'll systematically go through and take each question. And then we'll see what each panel member who is feeling moved to give a message. But I thought what we would do real quick, Sophia, is just do a group message for us on the panel to kind of get us going, a group message, pull a card for that while I'm going through chat, and then I'll come back to you. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me. You want me to go first for the group card?
Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
All right. So I have the King of Pentacles. For me, in this situation, the King of Pentacles would speak that we have projective earth energy. We value each other. We're healthy, and creating and providing a sacred space to share like minds, what's important to us. Pentacles also speaks about prosperity, and monetary gain. So I would say this situation is not so much about monetary gain, but feeding each other and providing a safe space to spend quality time with each other and get to know, lighten up the group a little bit.
I love
So
that.
yeah, me too. And on the bottom, I like to read the bottom card. Sometimes it's like a little PS. We have the Two of Wands, and that speaks to new adventures. With the two speaks to cooperation with between individuals and whatnot. But one's about action, not just speaking your intention, but taking the steps towards the goals and unfoldment. So that's what I got for that.
Love it.
Hi, Richard.
What was that, Brian?
That was me.
Oh, Barry?
Yes, I said hi to Richard real quick. He's giving me a thumbs up.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, let's go. Thank you, Sophia, very much for that. Really appreciate it. Let's acknowledge people in chat. Paradigm Buster, good to see you. I believe you are Alex. Sure looks like your icon. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I think he got his channel taken down, but now he's back up and running. So Paradigm Buster looks like that's who he's in as. So if you want to subscribe to his channel, that'd be great. Mary Wins, always good to see you. Such a pleasure. Hello, beloved Abstract. I was surprised to see you tonight. Well, good to have you with us. Wonderful. Hi, Chloe. Howdy, howdy. How are you? Let's see. Who else we got? Paradigm Buster. Maybe I'm getting you mixed up with Alexander because now I see Alexander here, the Ganja Shaman. So not sure what that's all about, but gonna just continue. Richard the Red, good to see you as well. Loretta Enigma, good to have you with us. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see who else. Morgan Snow, good to see you. Welcome. I think I have not seen you here before, but welcome. Good to have you with us. Mary Mansfield, hello. Good to see you as well. Let's see, who else do we have? Yeah. Forgive me, I get lots of duplicates here, so I have to really scroll through. It looks like we have about 21 people in watching. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not seeing any questions, let's go ahead and just check in with everybody and see if you got a card for the group like we did with Sophia. I think that would work really well. Core Black Raven Meditation, thanks for joining us. Love that you're here tonight.
Hi, thank you for having me. My pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Thought maybe you might be able to pull some energy in for the group tonight and just kind of give an overall assessment or the energy that you're getting. Just kind of read the energy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I can do that. And also, I'm just throwing out there, if anyone knows a Rachel who is a very nurturing, loving person in their life, just speak out and just let us know.
Does anybody in chat or in the audience know someone named Rachel? It sounds like you've got a message coming in.
Oh, so from the Hermetic deck, this actually piggybacks off what Miss Sophia was talking about a moment ago, the Lord of Abundance. And I think that goes really well with the King of Pentacles because, for me, it's really about we have all this abundance, but it's about stepping into that abundance, right? Having that kind of more aggressive energy to kind of like have the boldness to step into it. And I feel that the Lord of Abundance just goes powerfully with that message that Miss Sophia already brought to us. And I think for many of us, we've gotten, it's to that place. It's like, let's get in there and get it done. So yeah, let's empower ourselves,
make it happen.
Yeah, embody what we know and just walk in that knowing because we got this, we got this, we got this.
Yeah, I love that. Great. How about you, Jasmine and Nick? You want to start us off with just a general reading for the group?
Sure, we can do that.
Cool.
Let's see. I will ask my guides what is a core lesson for
Okay.
that could benefit everyone that is in attendance.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, remember, everybody in chat, if you want a reading, just put in the post here in capital letters, I would like a reading, or if you have a specific question. We're here tonight. All of us are gathered tonight for the group for the benefit of all of you. So take advantage of it. Yeah. Hi, Mark the Arc Spark. Good to have you. Hi, Lucky Stone. Good to see you as well. Richard the Red. Always a pleasure to see you. Yeah. Morgan Snow. Oh, your first time in chat. Always listening. I love that. Thank you. Good to have you with us. Okay, Nick.
Okay, so what I drew for the group was the Eight of Pentacles, if you can see it.
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so as you can see, the Pentacles represents either money or what we value. And what I'm getting from this card is, if it'll stop rendering in and out, that we are all working on our spiritual journey. We all value it. 8 represents the God number, or also infinity. So that's how I'm interpreting it. It's a spiritual message telling us that all of us needs to keep working and progressing on our spiritual paths. And if we do, we will get the fruits of our labor. But the guy is tirelessly working. So there is going to be work to it. But he's also wearing black and blue. Blue meaning the communication part, which is essential in this practice. And black for the uncertainty, because you can't really prove this stuff on a physical level. It takes faith. And then the legs are also in red. That represents us walking around in the physical doing this stuff. So I think it's a very spiritual card. And there's also, looks like some houses and castles, if you can see them in the distance. Those represents dreams and goals. So yes, all in all, I think this is a core message of all of us saying that keep working on our paths, and we're doing the Lord's work, and good job.
Nice. I love that. Jasmine, you have one?
Yeah. So this one is the one that fell out. It's
Okay.
the Ace of Wands, but really it's all about the imagery in this deck. It has really good, really pretty pictures. If I can get it to center.
I know it's tough with that green screen.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Sometimes if you put it right, there you go. That's a sweet spot right there.
Okay.
You just hold it there.
Okay. Anyways, so it's a picture of a crow, and it's standing on the Ace of Wands. The Ace is speaking to like new beginnings, the start of something. And if you look at the feathers, it almost looks like a new thought, a new formation. And there's like a bunch of little swirls here on the path, which to me either signifies a bunch of other thoughts, right? Or the collective thoughts or mainstream thoughts. And we have to embrace our spiritual gifts with the flowers here to be able to stand above that. So that way we have a clear view of our goals and aspirations is to have our own thoughts.
Yep. And
That's
trusting those.
Yeah, that's what wand represents. Wand represents the mental aspect of things. It's your thoughts. So in one beginnings, it's your first steps of going out of the norm and embracing the side of life.
Gotcha. Love that. All right. Delabor, you got a card for the group tonight? And then Quesar Suarez has a question, and I'll get right to you as soon as we get.
I used my my usual letter cards, and I was compelled to draw 4 letters, and I drew O-P-R-T, which if you rearrange them, the only logical word that it spells is port.
Port,
right?
Yeah.
And that means a lot of things, like a portal. It's also the left side of a ship. The port side, and it's called that because that's the side that you would usually load and unload the goods from. It could be like an airport. It could be S-port, as in sport. Well, we're called the Celestial Gateway, and what is a gateway? It's a portal, right?
Yeah.
So I guess this is pretty appropriate for the group.
Yeah, most definitely. Cool. I love that you can get that out of just those cards and then you're able
Yeah.
to make sense of it. That's cool.
hmm
Hannah Ray, how about you? You got a group message here for us all tonight? Oops, you're on mute again there.
I'm on a roll. A group message, let's see. So I feel like a lot of our crown chakras are open. I feel like what I feel like is everyone is like connected to one energy source. However, we need to have patience because it's like we're going into a new step, and it's not like a new step, maybe a new door of our spiritual growth. Have patience with yourself and other people as they explore this new talent, because a lot of new psychic abilities are coming up. I pulled the door to personal healing and happiness. So the way that I interpret that is empowering ourselves and trusting ourselves and having faith with the next chapter, especially now. Seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. That's the crown. And then I pulled learn. Even though we may have different perspectives, it all kind of goes into the whole of one thing, if that makes sense. The way to telepathic communication is how honest you are and how open you are to other people. So
yeah, openness is the key, not only for yourself but for others too. Yeah. That is the key. Yep.
When and use discernment.
Yes.
That's what I have.
All right.
I think it's interesting how she got doors and then Double R got port, which is kind of like a door, and because doors are also considered portals.
Yep.
So it's kind of syncing up in here.
Isn't that a trip how that works?
Hey, Lori, we got a question in chat.
Yes, I see the question. I'm trying to get to it. What I'm doing now is going to Grandpa Brian and Elderberry, and then we'll get to those questions. You got it, guys. Grandpa Brian and Elderberry were asking for a group message for everyone. So this is connected into what we just got from the others.
I pulled the Raven card.
Okay.
Raven, black as pitch, mystical as the moon. Speak to me of magic. I will fly with thee soon. If Raven appears in your spread tonight, you are about to experience a change in consciousness. This may involve walking inside the great mystery on another path at the edge of time. It would, I'm messing my place. It would portend a signal brought by the Raven that says you have earned the right to see and experience a life more of life's magic. Raven color is the color of the void, the black hole in space that holds all the energy of the creative source.
Wow. So that message comes in on Raven's wings as the messenger. Wow. Powerful stuff. I love that. That's great. Thank you very much. Brian?
Mine is kind of along the lines of Hannah. This is what came to me, and this is what they said to me, that we're all opened up. If you weren't opened up, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some of us that are frustrated right now because we feel that it's not coming to us fast enough. Be patient. And that's what they're telling me. Just be patient. It'll come to you. It don't happen overnight. Your willingness to expand your mind and your heart is what's getting you started on this journey. So don't get frustrated if you don't feel like it's moving fast enough. It will happen when it is supposed to happen. And if you're here now and open, you're starting. So just be patient. It'll happen. It took years for it to happen for me. So and I was never in a rush. I was always patient. So just be patient, everyone.
Divine timing. There's a lot to be said for divine timing, and there's so much going on in the background with our guides and everything that is beyond us. So
Yes.
it's quite an experience, and I forget what it's called. I think is it the Fibonacci, where you're making that journey inward, and it just
Uh-huh.
spirals all the way. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel like it is, at least for me. But let's go ahead and get to the first question. Sophia, I want to start with you on this. So, Cesar Suarez. Hi, everyone. I would like a reading. What is my connection with Christopher Alexander? Thank you. So we do have a bit of an echo.
It's me.
Okay. The first thing before I go to you, Sophia, is it. If you're asking the question, what is your connection? You obviously have a connection with Christopher Alexander in my mind. To what extent, that I think might be your question. Sophia, are you getting anything for Kesar?
I have the Two of Wands that came out in connection with that relationship. Wands is fire. Two is cooperation with each other, communication. So I would say seeking adventure. I would say it's a new chapter between the two of you, and it feels very, very, very somewhat spiritual as well, like inspiring each other. But that's what I feel with the connection with Christopher Alexander, that it's fire based, so creation, destruction, what you have in common, you can build on it, but it's like it feels like a new chapter with this person to me.
Yeah, I drew as I showed. I drew in that exact sequence Edo, and Edo. That's the old name for Tokyo, Japan. So you might want to look into like possible past life connection to that period, because it was only named Edo. Yeah, it was only named Edo for like a short while. It was, I believe, in the 1700s. So yeah, you might want to look into that.
Wow, very cool. Core Black Raven, you have something to go along with that?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to add on to the echoing hills. So basically, that's what Miss Sophia was talking about, that reciprocity of each other and the pieces of each other, and the harmonious change. That it's a new change, right? It's interesting, it's fun, and the what I really wanted to bring in and to kind of add to that was the spirit of the ether. And what this is a reminder of, dear, is a reminder to not let the tendency of things that have happened in our past to blanket our new experiences, right, in a way that might stand in the way of progression or of an experience that might be really beautiful for both of us. And communication. Thank you.
And trust and honesty. Be truthful and honest with that person. Make sure that you're going to treat them the way you want to be treated. I know that's a novel idea for a lot of people, but hey, it really benefits all of you. How about you, Jasmine and Nick? Picking up anything for Kesar Suarez?
Yeah, I grabbed a card earlier while you guys were talking, and I got the Page of Wands. So what this is telling me is that there is a solid foundation that's starting out with. That's what the pyramids in the back represent. But page cards usually mean to be patient with it. So like they were saying that they're picking up that it's something new. That's what the page is also saying, and that you need to be patient and see how it grows. I don't know if you can see it from here, but his yellow outfit has little reptiles in a circle, and that's supposed to represent adaptability. So basically what I'm getting from this is that the relationship is going to have to adapt on both sides in certain ways, and it's going to be on an intellect level, because he's surrounded in yellow. Yellow represents intellect. And it will grow by using the truth. That's why his hat is white. So that's what I got from my card. What about you, Jess?
Thank you, Nick.
I got the 5 of Pentacles. And
Mm.
again, really, really pretty card. If you can see it, it has 3 crows up on the tree and then 2 crows down by the water. And water usually signifies like your emotion to some extent, and
Mm-hmm.
how it's spiraling. It's basically meaning that your emotions are also spiraling.
Mm.
So it's making you remember what you value and remember why you value that and stay consistent on who you are and what you want. So that way it brings you more clarity, because pentacles also represent you, your values, because we are the star. We're 5 points. You have a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs, which is like a star. So that's what this card is telling me, is this is going to bring about a lot of change. It's new,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what 5s represent. 5 is the energy of change. So with
Mm-hmm.
that change, it's going to bring emotional confusion. Just remember what you value, remember what you want, and remember why you want that, and it'll bring more clarity.
And that would make sense to why my card was mental adaptability and patience. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
It's
And
like you guys are getting both sides or both energies. You're picking up on both sides of this potential relationship or relationship. Not sure where you're at in that, but that's very interesting to me, that you guys are picking up on that. Hannah Ray, anything?
Yes. So while you guys were talking, it's really
Mm-hmm.
funny. I pulled strength twice. I pulled
Okay.
past life and heart connection.
I got past
pulled
life
surrender.
right away. Right
You
away.
did. And
Mm-hmm.
so this feels like either on one side or both sides, both of you have similar feelings with how strong the connection is. It's kind of like one person looks up to the other person. However, there are some hostilities, like maybe how you want to treat them. Maybe this is like a really good, healthy connection and you don't know how to be healthy. This could also be somebody blocking the connection in some sort of mental, emotional way. Either way, seems to be a very past life healing connection that's meant to show you how you show up in the world. This is a spiritual connection, healing birth. So it's like you're going another door. I saw like this person emptying out the heart like water, like opening themselves up and like water
Offering it out.
offering
Mm-hmm.
it out, giving it all
Mm-hmm.
away is what I want
Yeah.
to clarify. Make sure that you're not spending too much energy on one person. Make sure that you're putting yourself first healthily so you can make other people, fill your cup first, basically. I feel like healing. It's kind of like what Jasmine said. It's like getting emotional, or someone's in like emotional turmoil. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
hostilities. It's kind of what Nick said too. There's healing that needs to be involved to take it to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Triggers might be happening too.
Yeah, an opportunity to do that in this life.
Yes.
Feels like there's a much deeper connection going on there. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone's operating in like a very solar
Mm-hmm.
energy,
Mm-hmm.
which could be confidence, egocentric, willpower.
Yep.
Someone needs to step up, whatever that means. And that's what I got.
Right. Love it. Thank you, Hannah Ray. How about you, gentlemen there at the bottom? Anything for Kesar Suarez?
Yes, Mr. Suarez, I have the turtle. Turtle, great mother, feed my spirit, close my heart, that I may serve you too. It says, if you have chosen the turtle symbol, you are being asked to honor the creativity source within you, to be grounded to the earth, and to observe your situation with motherly compassion. Use of the water of earth energies, which represent turtles' two homes, to flow harmoniously with the situation and to place your feet firmly on the ground in the power stance, in a power stance. And that's it. So he's been guided to stand his ground.
Mm-hmm.
firmly.
Awesome.
Turtle.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you very much. Brian, anything?
Like you, I was picking up on past life
Uh-huh.
that there was something that was unresolved in a past life, like it was cut short, their relationship, and they're here to renew that relationship and continue with what they had from a past relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was getting that pretty strongly. I hope that resonates, Kesar, with you. Thank you for asking the question, and thanks for being here tonight. Thank you so much. Let's see. Looks like the next question is Alexander. What for me to expect in these coming months? DNA activations, moving. I I'm feeling like some uh, some heavy change, deep change, quick, fast. Um, and it's all for your own personal growth. Sometimes that the quickest change that you go through gives you the most growth, but it's really difficult. But it's the process that you're going to get through that. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for you. Sophia, how about you?
Hey, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, Alexander. It's been a while. I got the World card, which for me is Major Arcana. It's a completion. It's a laurel of victory, moving on to a higher frequency, graduation to a higher level of understanding and learning and experience. And then clarifying that, not the World card needs clarification per se, but more context. And we have another Major Arcana, which is the Emperor. The Emperor says that you have mass potential to have a lot of direction in your life. I feel that it escaped you in the past, and the ability to make bold moves in this next phase of your life, this next graduation to a higher level of interaction, not only with the seen, but with the unseen world. This feels very spiritual and very powerful for me. And many blessings on your path, brother. This feels very good.
Good. Core, Black Raven, anything for Alexander?
This is kind of a multifaceted question, so I'm going to
It
kind of
is.
just grab what I can off of it, so I don't take too much time.
Sure.
The first inclination as I read that was trust that you're safe, right? If we walk and we know that no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and that no matter what happens to this physical vessel, we will be that which we're seeking, right? We can walk in that faith and to trust that process, right? And if there's a time to come to that, you need to step back and be aware of what's going on, trust that discernment in yourself to be able to do that. As far as DNA activations, a lot of people are experiencing a lot of different things on a lot of different levels physically, to the point that people are going to the hospital, and they're like, no, something is really wrong with me. And they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. And they get desperate and come to people like us, right? So, that can be vastly different. So just really research that. There's all kinds of information. And this popped out as I'm thinking about your moving. So it says, Lord of the forces of life, rebirth yourself, brother. Every moment is a chance to rebirth your life and take those gems, right? Life is hard, life is heavy, right? But there's a gem in everything. So, whenever, when I find my hamster wheel, 6 hamsters on that wheel and the 7th one's hanging on for dear life, I come to center, right? And I think, what's the gem in this moment I can take forward and I can use, right? Is that life force. And, this is that moment, and bless you and safe travels, fruitful journey, dude.
Thank you, Core.
Yeah, I would tie in with what Core just said about the gems, because I had to do 2 separate readings. In the first one, I got LVII. That's 57. There's only one thing that's associated with 57, and that's a diamond, because a brilliant cut has 57 facets. Okay? And then I drew EDR, which, if you rearrange it, is red. So you got 57 and red. which must mean something to the questioner, which must mean something to Alex. I don't know what it means, but it's some kind of a clue.
Gotcha. Thanks. Jasmine and Nick?
Okay, so I pulled 3 cards for the next 3 months. So each card represents a month, and then I also picked out a rune for the core theme.
Okay,
so
great.
First month is the Hangman.
Uh-oh.
You already know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Whatever you're worrying about, you got it down. Everyone might be criticizing you, thinking like, "What's this guy doing? Well, he's being weird." The Hangman, even though he's upside down and looking a little odd, knows exactly what he's doing. That's why the sun's around his head, because he's enlightened. And if you pay attention, he's not in distraught or he's uncomfortable. No, he looks comfortable. He's got stuff together. That's why his body is also shaped as a 4. 4 represents stability. Yeah. Jasmine pointed out that he looks balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Like the normal reading, like if you read it normally, he looks upside down and like out of place. But if you flip it, he's really.
Then you realize he really isn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So the core message to that is, you probably have people criticizing you. Don't listen to them. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. The second card for the second month is the Ace of Wands again. So this is also new beginnings, and you're going to be using your mental aptitude to start those beginnings. So it's pretty cut and dry. The second month is probably when you're actually going to start either doing the moving or putting into practice the DNA activations, things that you've accumulated and learned. So that's what I get from that, is you're going to start doing that. And it's going to relate to family somehow, because there's trees in the background. But you're going to get to a goal that you're wanting, which is why there's the castle also in the background. And castles represent lofty dreams, unlike houses, where houses just represent regular goals.
Mm-hmm.
Then the
much grander scale.
Yes. So this is telling me that this whole moving thing plus DNA activation thing, this is something of big significance in his life path.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since he got 2 major arcana, which the last one being temperance. So what I'm getting from this is that there's going to be a bit of a challenge. And that challenge is, once you start activating all that stuff, you might be going into a woo-woo, oh my God, out there in space moment. You got to remember to keep balanced. That's why the angel's foot is in the water and on the ground. The water represents you tapping into the spiritual, and the other foot being on the ground is tethering you to the physical still. Because as much of a light being as we are, we still have to navigate this plane to learn the lessons. It's not, you need both. It's not just one or the other. Some people think they can just ignore the physical aspects of life, but you can't, because you need those things to actually get to those goals.
You're
Most
here
of the
for a
time,
reason.
it's all materialistic. Yep. Yeah. There's all values to something. Like, for example, like, you can't be in a safe atmosphere unless you put in the work and the financial income into it, and all that stuff requires physical activity, some capacity. So just remember that most people that are spiritual, they, if they're not grounded, if they have a hard time grounding, they tend to forget that, and then they get all over the place and sloppy, and it messes them all up. So remember to balance it. Don't forget your human side. Now, the core message, which goes with the temperance card, in my opinion, I pulled Thorizaz, which these runes are kind of cool. I picked them up in California. They're my birthstone. They're made out of turquoise when I was going to my Mount Shasta journey. But this rune represents power, and a lot of people are kind of intimidated by it because of how much power it can be, because it gets to go into chaos. It's associated with Thor and the giants. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that when you tap into this DNA activation, you are going to get hit with a lot of ethereal power, and you have to balance it out. Process it, let it pass through you instead of getting stuck, and master it. Don't be overwhelmed by the power that you're going to be experiencing here real soon. If you can do that, you'll probably, you'll get everything you want, because in the background of the temperance card is an archway of mountains with a sunrise. So that's very positive imagery. So Keep doing what you're doing. Remember to balance. Don't listen to the haters, and you'll get what you want. Is what I got.
Great message, Nick. I love that. Jasmine, what you picking up for Alexander? I just want to remind the audience real quick, if you have a question, please put it in capital letters, and we'll get to your questions as we go through here.
Yeah, no, everything that Nick said is like the same thing that my cards are saying. So like I got the 6 of Swords, and 6 signifies family. So I'm not sure if it's family that's causing you to question a lot of stuff, or people that you see as family. But basically, if you look at the picture of the card, if it works, it doesn't work. But anyways, it's a really pretty picture. It has the 6 swords and the crow, and the crow is flying towards the east. And then the second card that I got was the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is like it was mentioned earlier this evening. So cups signify love. So whatever you are going through with your family or with the people that you see as family, you are going to handle it with love and care and spirits by your side. And always remember that everything happens for you, not against you.
Mm-hmm. Great reminder. Great reminder. Thank you, Jasmine. Hannah Ray, are you getting anything for Alexander?
Yes.
Okay.
The first thing, I see stars. I see stars in you in your bed. So a lot of the upgrades, I feel like this is a heart activation. I feel like you going through grief, like stages of like happiness, grief, happiness. Like it's kind of like up and down, and that can happen whenever we're going through a spiritual upgrade or a change. But basically your heart is expanding, and I feel like during these next few months you're going to be facing yourself in the reality of, or a new reality of your situation, and you might move, or you might basically have a new perspective of yourself in life. I see that a lot of this upgrade is happening while you sleep. So if you can, write down your dreams. And also ground. It's really saying ground. It's kind of what Nick and Jasmine said.
Mm-hmm.
You might be so high up in the dream state or the astral without even knowing. So when we ground, we can ground into our perspective of what that is, instead of having wordless emotions that we can't really connect to. And then psychosis happens. So ground, drink water and cry. Water, drink water, please. And laugh and have a fun time.
I love that. That's awesome. Thank you, Hannah. Grandpa Brian and Barry?
I pulled the prairie dog card.
That's
for my dearest brother, Alex.
There you go.
And prairie dog calls me when time to rest, when it's time to honor the internal quest. I go into retreat so I may see a way to replenish the potential in me. If prairie dog has surfaced in your cards today, it may be a warning that your body's fuel gauge is running low. You may need a day of silence or retreat from the regular activities before you become too exhausted to carry on. Have you put your basic needs at the bottoms of the to-do list? Burning the candle at both ends may weaken the punch you can normally pack when tackling the task at hand. Take much needed break before you crash and burn. Prairie Dog teaches you that in order to access gifts and inspiration and renewal, you must be at peace with yourself and rested enough to recognize the blessings being offered to you. That's Prairie Dog.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Barry. Brother Brian?
Alex, you have been tapped into these energies from the universe from a long time, and they're coming in even stronger now for you because you're so willing to receive these. Don't worry about this move. Just follow your heart, because wherever your heart is, that's where your home's going to be. And if that home is going to be in a new place, just know your heart's going to be there, and you're always going to be feeling that energy and feeling that love no matter what you do. Just follow your heart and do what you feel is right for you in your journey.
Alex is one of the smartest people I know.
Yeah.
He can do it. He can handle this.
Go with the flow.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. Love that. Hope that helps, Alex. Thank you for asking your question. Let's see. Next, we've got Mark, the Arc Spark. Why does crow or raven keep flying by my door, cawing every morning? Well, the obvious is they're trying to get your attention for something. Paying attention to the little details. What time of day are they coming? Uh-oh. Sorry. Got the doggies in the background. Let's see if I can get back to where I was. Paying attention. It's trying to get you to pay attention, not just to them, but more about paying attention to your surroundings, like what's going on in your life, being open to the changes. The cues is what I'm hearing. Be open to the cues. And that's a way of getting your attention. Like, why is this happening every morning? And what is this all about? It's getting you to question that. That's kind of what I'm getting out of it. Sophia, anything for you on that one?
Yeah, the card that came out was the Knight of Wands, and that speaks to taking action to wherever your passions lie. When the ravens and the crows call for me, it's a cue to look up and around, because there may be something that I would derive enjoyment from that I wouldn't be prompted to look for unless they called for me. So that's how I interpret that symbol.
Love that. Thank you, Sophia. Core, Black Raven. Why does Crow Raven keep flying by my door, cawing every morning?
If I'm correct, I believe Mark was the one that actually connected with the name Rachel, which is kind of interesting to me. Please verify if that's true for us real quick, Mark, before I continue. Is he saying anything?
Yeah, we definitely have a crow theme going on here.
I think he had said something about Rachel actually being connected with him. And the interesting thing about that and the crows simultaneously for me is the message that this Rachel brought. Oh, it wasn't him. Okay. Well, whenever I had got this message down, I was trying to like picture a name that it would go to, and I was like, group. So, and it kind of goes back to what we were talking about, is the raising up and the embodiment. But the interesting thing about a crow, when it comes to you, I feel when we talk about a crow signifies additionally prophecy. And so prophecy, depending on your background of belief system, can mean a lot of different things, right? But for me, what resonates with you is the individual consciousness. And what that would be is kind of going back to what Lori said, is whenever you see that crow, think about what you were just thinking about, or the numbers that are going on actively in your life right now, right? And see how take it inwards, turn that light inwards in that moment of kind of this outward analyzation, reflect the light inwards, illuminate the inside, and find that internal, individual, independent consciousness of the situations, so that you can navigate with, some more grace and ease, right? And that keeps hitting me. And the remembrance, we are all spirit. You can call it toast, you can call it God, you can call it Jesus. Love is love is love, and it's all what it is, right? Reconnect with that heart. Call it what you will. Connect with that heart, connect with God, and just walk in the prophecy of that knowing, that knowing.
I love what you said about be mindful about what you're thinking when they come in, because that's a really good thing to remember. Think about where your thoughts are when this happens, and then that's going to be a trigger for you. Yeah, good job, Cor. Love that. Jasmine and Nick, what say you on Mark the Arc Sparks question about the crows?
Okay, so for me, I was just told to pull a rune because when I think of crows, I think of Odin usually because he's associated with them.
Yep, Sophia agrees.
Yeah. Crows have quite a few meanings. Some of them can be negative, some of them can be positive. The negative ones are usually associated with loss or ill omens, so it can be a warning of sorts if they're showing. The good side, like Cora was saying, it can be about prophecy or insight. Insight being intuition. Anything with wings represents freedom and intuition. So I pulled a rune. I asked him, and I got Uruz. If you could see it.
Uruz. Yeah, let me put this up for you. Go ahead and show it again.
Phil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We see it.
And then, so basically, Uruz usually represents endurance and survival. So that mixed with the crow symbolism, that is me telling, to me, that's saying that you are going through something that is toxic in nature, very, very on the negative spectrum. And it's there to remind you that you can get through it. You just have to endure and survive it. You use your insight, use your intuition to navigate through the trials that you're going through, and you'll come out on top. You will complete whatever prophecy this part of your life is. And usually once you get through those hard trials, you get what you want soon after.
Definitely pay attention. Pay attention. Yeah. Jasmine. Thank you, Nick.
So one thing scientifically I'm going to say about crows is that they're extremely, extremely intelligent. And they really like shiny things. And like Lori said in the beginning, they're trying to get your attention with something with all the squawking. And I would think that it's a sign of care, because obviously this crow is interested in you and it's caring about you because it's trying to tell you something. And obviously you picked up on that it's trying to tell you something, and you're trying to figure out what that message really is. So if you want to be nice to it, you can leave it shiny things or like some foods, and eventually it'll start following you around. Just scientifically, that's what crows are. But
wait. We mean ravens, not crows.
It's both.
Ravens are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it's crow or raven keep flying by my door, cawing every morning, he says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, hey, look at me. They love French fries, by the way. I think that's like their favorite food. Yeah, they just freaking love fries. I don't know what it is about it.
That's funny. So mine actually matches with what Cora and Nick both said, and Sophia. It's I got the moon card for it, and it's really beautiful because look at the crow in the moon. It's its shadow self, and then down here in the edge, there's a little crow that's in a cage, and there's the fish and the water again. And if you look at the trees are barren. So basically, like the clouds signify more confusion. The barren trees signify that there's like a certain type of fear that's keeping you caged in. And the water and the fish signify that there is something in your subconscious mind, something that spirit is telling you to kind of like let it go. But it's more about tapping into that subconscious side. So the moon is illuminating that's what's beneath the water, what's beneath the surface. So to me, it is what Nick and Cora were saying about spending time and look inwards and figure out what that is, because there is some fear that seems to be holding you back, or something that's underneath the water that's not giving you that clarity to move on.
Interesting. Hope that resonates with you on that one. Dalibor?
It's the spirit of a dead ancestor coming by to say hi. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Cool. Hannah Ray, what you picking up on? Thank you, Dalibor.
I feel like something in your relationships. Something to do with your relationships and communication needing to be present. Walking away is in reverse. So it's something in your life that you must pull away from to come back into integrity, whatever that means to you. It's kind of like you're in an there's illusion. There's a decision to be made, and you're kind of like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So ask yourself, and this is great for anybody to ask themselves, really, what would someone who loved themselves do? This will pull you back in, and from the heart space, immediately, or most of the time, you will know the answer of what you can do for your life, really. The universe, the crows are coming in to remind you or telling you, hey, we want to help you. We want to help you. And also they're calling, they're just like, pay attention, look, choose yourself, pay attention. I also pulled the heart chakra too, coming back into love. It's kind of like it's teaching you how to stand up for yourself, because I do feel like there's something, a mindset, an emotion, or a situation that you can walk away from, if that makes sense. I don't know what, but you need to have a conversation, a real truthful conversation with yourself or someone outside of you.
Okay. Interesting. Barry, Chad? You guys are muted.
Crow, are you calling so I may know the secrets of balance within my soul? Or are you sending your sacred call just to remind me of universal laws? Crow is an omen of change. Crow lives in the void and has no sense of time. The ancient chiefs tell us that Crow sees simultaneously in the three fates, past, present, and future. Crow merges light and darkness, seeing both inner and outer realities. Yeah, that was it on that.
Brian? Thank you, Barry.
I was getting the same message as everybody else. It is the spirit of an ancestor coming back, but there's a message that they keep telling you, but for some reason that message is, you're blocking that message coming in. It's just not getting to you. This is a reminder, open yourself up. We're coming to you. We have messages for you. So be open to any messages that they may have for you.
Okay. Great. Yep.
All right.
Just be aware.
Yep.
Yep.
I gotta get up early in the morning, so me and Barry's gonna get off of here. I got the
All
last
right.
part of my journey tomorrow morning. So
Safe travels.
Yeah, safe travels, Brian. Have a wonderful trip.
Yeah,
Be safe. Love you,
it was
brother.
wonderful being here with you all. I love you all so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks for being
Thank you,
here.
guys.
Appreciate
It's
you.
been nice.
Bye
All
bye.
right.
Have a good one.
Great. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to the next question. I'm not quite sure about this one, but we'll give it a shot. Hello. Can I ask, what should Liliana pay attention to?
What are they asking?
That's what I'm not really getting too much from that. What should Liliana pay attention to? I don't understand the numbers or any of that, unfortunately.
One, it just says perception. So
Yeah.
blank.
I
Anybody
believe the
getting anything?
numbers. I believe the
Okay.
numbers is her age and then the birthday, like when she was born.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Pay attention in life and okay, now. How about now?
Yeah, I'm not really picking up on anything for that, unfortunately.
I have
Anybody
learned.
else?
I feel like,
Okay.
I guess in her life, it's to learn a new perspective or a new experience, which is mainly anybody. Let's see, 15, 6, the number 6, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. I feel like she's kind of like walking karma for some reason. So maybe education, some stuff that intrigues her, what she likes to learn, basically.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't be more help to that. I'm just not getting anything. Anybody else for her or this person? Okay. Sorry.
Wait. I got them.
All right, you go, Nick. Nick's got something for you. Here we go.
So to explain it to the younger audience,
Okay.
usually readings are not 100% until you hit the age of 18. So I just want to clarify that before I give you the reading, because usually the main focal points for humans is to go through school until they reach that age.
Yep.
But
Agreed.
what I did get was that with your birthday, I added it up and it's a life path 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 19. And in gematria, you do the 1 plus 9, that equals 10. And then you subtract it even further to 1 plus 0, that's 1. So that's how I got that number.
Gotcha.
So the card that I picked, I lost it, but it was the Emperor. 1 second.
Okay. We'll do what we can for you here.
What I'm getting is that Dyaja Petya, which is what the username means, should be focusing on building a network of good friends. That's what I'm getting.
I like that.
Yeah, because
Nick,
that's key for like your future, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what the Emperor card looks like.
Okay.
And basically what the Emperor card represents is like the authority of everything, usually. I mean, technically the queen is above the king, but on the inside, but on the outside, the projection of like what everyone else sees, the Emperor is in charge. He makes the final say in the final rules. So what I'm getting from this is that you're learning since you added your life path number. I'm interpreting the 1 with the Emperor, and what I'm getting at is that you're learning how to stand in your own power and to make your own judgments and not let anyone else deter you from that.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting from this. And just remember to make good ones, make good choices.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything for this question? All right. There you go. Okay, Morgan Snow, may I have a reading, please? Is a like-minded partner in my future? Hannah?
First of all, ask yourself that. I mean, it's what you make it. It's I'm not trying to be like all witsy ditzy, but like if you believe that there's a like-minded partner, there is. And you're going to put yourself on that timeline for that. And if there's any obstacle that you're putting in your way that tells you, oh, I don't deserve a like-minded partner, you're not going to get one. Or maybe you will. I don't know what the universe has in mind, but if you truly believe that you have a like-minded partner, by the way, I don't know if that's 100%. You know, people are different. People are uniquely themselves. So yes. I don't know. And also when you have a like-minded partner, triggers can happen. Just fair warning. Because it's like a mirror.
To me, it's like a loaded question, you guys. I just get like loaded on that one.
It's what you make it. You're in charge.
Jasmine? What? Oh, you no Mikey. You don't have a mic.
We're on a roll.
You do, but nope.
Sorry.
There it is. Say it all over again, Jasmine. We didn't get any of that.
Okay. I said that the cards literally jumped out of the deck. It was so fun. Because what Hannah said is completely true. It's your vibration. Whatever the vibration that you're in will come to you. But I got 2 cards. And the first card I got was, what is this? The 9 of Swords, which basically means that it's over action. So you're doing too much. But if you look at it, there's the 2 crows there. So do you want a like-minded person like you? But in which aspect? In your negative? Because then you'll be caged in and you'll be stuck doing all this.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Or will you be like this? It's a fire cup. So basically what that means is like you have like this love that's overflowing and it's full of like, you know, life and vitality. And you have the 2 that are like that are you have your lotus flowers and everything's blooming, and so it really depends on what are you what are you putting out to get in return? You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you mean by like-minded partner? Like, so basically, be careful what you wish for. Remember that you are what you put out. You are what you think. You think you can, think you can't. Either way, you're right.
I'd like to really add, like, why are you asking that? Are you asking that because what's the intention behind wanting a like-minded partner? Because that does play a role in what kind of partner you'll attract.
Right.
And like, if your intention is, I want a like-minded partner because I feel alone and nobody gets me, it's like, well,
Yeah, well, the other question is like-minded in which dimension or which sense of the word? Is it politically
That's why I said it's
like-minded?
a loaded
You know?
question.
because where
Yeah.
where you're asked, like, if you answer that question of where you're coming from, it's going to tell you more about yourself and what you need to give yourself. Like,
Yeah.
if it's like, I want a like-minded person intellectually, physically, it's like, okay, whoa, I don't feel like it's, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I did the pendulum and I got a yes, a weak yes.
Okay.
It's what, yeah.
Okay. Cora, I saw you writing something down. What did you get? And I'll get to you, Nick. Sorry. We lost Sophia. Oh, she's back. I know she's on her cell phone, so she's wrestling with the internet.
So yes, the aspects of the like-mindedness, right? To say I want someone like-minded, or is there someone like-minded? That's a very vague thing. That's kind of like whenever people do ritual and they say, take everything away from me, and then they call us and they're like, my life is going out of control. Well, yeah, because you asked divinity to take everything away from you. That's vague, right? So who am I, right? What do I really love about myself, and what attributes do I wish to pull into a partner? And on the reverse, as someone already stated, is that attribute something that I'm actually bringing to the table consistently? And asking ourselves those sometimes really difficult questions, and being honest with ourselves, because that's the card I got, was the daughter of the Lord of Truth. So where am I lying to myself? Not necessarily anyone else. You don't have to be honest with anyone else, but where am I lying to myself? And what does love really look like to me? What does it feel like? And once again, am I presenting that to the table in reciprocity for this exchange that I claim that I want to the universe, right? And is it realistic? Are my expectations realistic? This is something I picked up heavily with this specific energy.
Yeah.
Was you have to be honest with yourself first. You have to be honest with reality second. And then once you get that clarified, be honest with your partner with clear, effective, compassionate words, right?
Yeah.
And that was what I got. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you, Cora. Sophia, anything on that one?
Yeah, I have the Hermit card. Generally, when the Hermit card comes up, when it comes to relationships, it speaks to have already gone within yourself to set your intention. But I would say that you have walked alone for a fair amount of time and have become quite used to that situation. And I would also venture to say the other information connected to that is you have a unique way of seeing the world, and to find somebody as multifaceted with a beautiful mind as you are, I would set your intentions, I would act on your intentions, I would pour your passion into your attention and expect fruition, but not be attached to the outcome. That's what I would do with that.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. Yep. That's some good advice right there. Hope that helps. And thank you so much for asking your question. And thanks for coming in to chat and letting us know that you watch and that you're here. So thank you. All right. Richard. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. Nick had something. I always do that to you. I'm sorry. I try to get you both at the same time. Nick's got something to add to that. My bad.
Oh boy, did I pull a toughie for this one.
Uh-oh.
So my first question to ask cards was, will Morgan get a relationship in the next year? And I got, again, the Page of Wands. I was like, patience. Okay, why does she need to be patient? So I drew another card. Like, why is patience important? I drew this one. This is the Three of Swords usually represents you have a type of trauma that needs to be healed. Like, it's not no ifs, ands, or buts. You need to heal it. And with what everyone is saying, if you do not heal it, when you get to this person, you will get the negative aspect of the relationship, like Jasmine pointed out. If you really want what you desire, you have to heal this first. And then you'll get that passionate love aflame.
That's a very good point, Nick. Really good point. Yep. Goes with what Sophia was saying.
Now I asked that card, okay, how can she heal it?
Okay.
I got the Three of Pentacles. Usually this represents the person on the bench representing you talking to other people. But how I interpreted this is instead of you giving counsel to others, this is me, myself, and I scenario where you're talking to yourself to figure out how to stabilize yourself and get what you value. Because 3 represents instability, but the bench that he is standing on represents stability. So essentially, this is you're trying to figure out how to stabilize yourself. One of the best ways to stabilize yourself is to heal whatever that trauma is that's keeping you from stabilizing. If you do that, I asked what the outcome would be if you healed that and you confided in yourself. You were really real about yourself and figured out whatever karmic lesson that it is that you're learning. And I got a very good card. I got the 2 of Cups. And this usually is a more powerful card in relationships than the Lover's card. The 2 of Cups represents love, obviously, but it also has the Caduceus staff, which represents, it can represent a couple things. It can represent the Kundalini energy. It can represent the ascension type of deal. But you're doing it together. So that means if you can pass those trials, you will get a lot out of this. In fact, it would probably be one of the best things that ever happened in your life. You couldn't have pulled a better card than this as the ending card. You just got to be able to put in the work. It's going to be tough because one of the hardest things to do is to look at yourself in the mirror and figure it out and not be biased. But if you can do that, you'll get what you want.
I'd like to add, like, relationships aren't meant to, I mean, they're meant to feel good, sure, but relationships are kind of there to face yourself for deeper growth and connection with yourself.
Yep.
They're not distractions, and they're not made to be distractions. It's a one-way ticket to not be in a connection with that person. And or have a karmic thing going on.
Not to be looking for someone to be your savior. You've got to do that on your own first. That's got to come first. Then you can help others, but you've got to be able to help yourself first.
Yeah. Relationships are there to help you grow within your own earth mission.
And they're reflections of yourself. Those relationships are reflections. And good, bad, or indifferent, they are reflections.
So I give myself clarity to see myself in every single relationships, and I call in relationships for my highest and best good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for asking that question. Let's Richard the Red has a question. Could I have a card for some advice or guidance in my journey? And we'll go ahead and start with Sophia. Some advice or guidance in my journey. Richard the Red.
I've got the Star card that came forward. I would say when the Star card comes forward, that would be considered the calm after the storm.
Okay.
I would say that it's a time of reflection, a time of silence is golden, and it's very powerful in the sense that for me it speaks to the part of the day that's quiet and the reflecting and the self-reflecting. Because this card in particular, she's gazing down to the water. So I would say it feels good. It feels very peaceful, and it feels very etheric to me. So that's what I feel.
Gotcha. Core, Black Raven?
Well, Miss Sophia and I have been studying together for a couple years. So every time I'm drawing as she's talking, it's just pulling out what she's saying. So I'm going to wait until she finishes this time and pull.
You two are on the same page.
Oh, yes. I'd say that's
a good thing. I'm getting having some patience with yourself.
Yeah.
You really don't push so hard. Don't just kind of relax a little bit. Surrender is the word I'm hearing. Just surrender a little bit and just kind of let go. And that's typically when things really come at you, is the moment you just go, all right, already, I give up. That's it. I'm done. And then bam, that's when it hits you. Core?
So yeah, it comes in hot with the Lord of Love and the Lord of Swiftness. So yeah, I think someone else had said it earlier, not waiting. We've been waiting all of our lives, stepping up, not waiting. And the palace of the floods, to just get in there and embrace, play your full instrument, right? We have a full instrument, has all these notes in it, and we get stuck in these little patches of like comfort for ourselves and for the world, right? Learn to play that full instrument. Go to your boundary and go a little bit beyond, so you know where it's at if you have to. That's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. A lot of times we think we can't make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes and have fun, and we're never too old to play. That keeps coming in hot for this one. We're never too old to play. So play.
I love that. How about you, Jasmine and Nick?
Okay, so I got one rune and one card. This one is the Knight of Cups. Now, I think this is a very positive card in what this is representing, because the horse represents you being in your power, and the knight represents being of service. So you're asking the advice of and guidance into developing your journey. What it's telling me is that you're supposed to be a messenger of love, and you're going to be of service to people. That is the main focal point here.
I love that.
Yep. And it's like Cora was saying, there's going to be swiftness to it, because there's Hermes symbolism in this, which is funny for me. For the ones who know, but it correlates to the swiftness thing and being a messenger and being an act of service. So you're going to be a messenger of love. And then the rune that I picked up was Awaz. Awaz represents progress and what was the other one? Spiritual growth. So it correlates to basically your whole question. It also correlates with the horse. So I thought that was neat that they synergize so well with each other in regards to that, because they not only does it talk about the progress in the spiritual world, but Awaz is usually representing a horse also.
Excellent.
So it's talking about more about being in your power.
Step into it.
Step up, brother. Yep. You got it. You got everything you need. It's telling you to hurry up.
Get her done.
Yeah.
So I think mine still aligns with everyone else's. I got the Queen of Swords, right? And asked for clarity for Queen of Swords, and then it gave me another sword.
Oh boy.
Swords. So swords to me usually signify action. So what I'm really getting out of this is groundedness. It seems like you spend a lot of time in your head, and then it's asking you, like Cora said, to go play, to go put into action, to go be the love, to go do something about it.
Do something creative.
Yes, not overdoing it, like Lori said. Like, yeah, you need a break from your mind. And go out and be in your body and embrace love and embrace playfulness and embrace all the stuff that brings you that joy. In both cards, they both have a bunch of flowers, which signifies your spiritual gifts, and it signifies a lot of beauty. So I feel like that's the core message that I'm getting, and I'm not gonna muddle that.
I love that. Richard, if you want a good laugh, the next time you go to get the mail, skip to the mailbox. Skip to the mailbox. You'll see if you do it, if you got the guts to do it, you'll definitely feel the play like energy, and you're gonna crack up. So I'm sorry, it was just that came to me. I don't question it anymore. I just give it to you. Skip to your mailbox the next time you go to the mailbox and see what happens. Yeah, that's interesting. Delabor?
I drew the same word twice. And that
Okay.
word was I, as in I. Okay?
Okay.
What does that tell me? That tells me don't think about the future. Don't think about your situation so much as just look at what you're seeing. Just use your eyes, basically, and not just one eye, but both eyes. And
Consciously aware.
Since each eye is connected to a different half of your brain, try to use both halves of your brain, your analytical side and your creative side, that sort of thing. So, yeah, sometimes the answer is right in front of your face. That's what that's telling me.
I love that. Cool. Hannah Ray? Any advice or guidance for Richard the Red?
It says, go home and rub your feet. Drink water. Ground. Balance. I saw you opening up a milk carton and pouring in fruits of your labor. Faye who knew beginning. It's like, okay. New perspectives and ground. And don't let anybody tell you what that means for you. Like, if that makes any sense. I keep literally rub your feet. I don't know why. There's with
the
feet
play
and
thing.
ankles.
There's something about playing. You need to play a little bit. Be more creative. Open yourself up to something different, something new.
Yeah, something new. And that go home. I saw like you and your grandma giving you like stuff that she baked, or like just that happy feeling. And how can you put your inner child more into your life again if you don't already? Like how can you integrate you and your inner child even deeper into your daily life? What does that look like? Skipping to the mailbox, rolling on the floor. It'll help you connect to yourself, other people, and if you have children, your children. Connection relationships, I also feel is something to do with that. But
excellent.
Living in the heart space. That's
I love that. All right, we're going to keep moving here because we got several questions. The next one is Mary Mansfield. Mary, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. She says, I'm in a very positive astrological transit that starts a new cycle for me. Any tips from Spirit on ways to maximize the potential of this energy? Go ahead, Cor.
May I?
Yes, please.
Immediately, I heard, baby, stop trying. So what that tells me is you've probably spent a lot of time, money, effort, and energy developing yourself and developing your gifts and being all that you can be. It's time to just sit back and let it happen. To just let it go, let go and let God, as they would say. Once again, toast, it doesn't matter, but just allow that process and trust in yourself that it's here and it's bountiful. And as a theme that we've been all talking about tonight, patience, patience, patience. Just be in it, and whenever God calls, it will come. It's right there. Yeah.
I love that. That's great. Hannah, anything you're picking up for Mary?
Yes. And I read that same comment a while ago. And, and the thing that I felt is the card that I pulled now.
Okay.
And back then, so man holding a heart, basically, I see, I'll say how I see it now. I might start stuttering. I apologize in advance.
It's all good.
Right now it's kind of like there's a lot of creative energy around you. And what I would advise is how you have what's your relationship to creative or sexual energy? and really hone that in, because that's going to be kind of like your creative elixir is kind of what the spiritual physical thing that in your body that helps perpetuate, or maybe that's the word I'm wanting to use, help create the reality that you desire. There is a lot of abundance happening right now, so hone in on what you want and the intention behind that, and when you feel that, like, I guess, creative energy, start at the root energy pillar, feel it on the outside, go up, breathe, go into your sacral, breathe, and through this process you might start purging all the way up, ground. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but hone in on creative energy, ground, drink water. There's a lot of upgrades happening.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I am getting something for you, Mary, and that is Spirit is asking me to let you know to get better sleep. I don't know how you're sleeping or what your sleep habits are, but they're saying one of the key things to your potential of this energy is to get lots of rest with your body. You need that shut down. So I'm not sure if that resonates with you, but that's what they're telling me. Better sleep. Um, you need a deep sleep so that you can really, not only does your body get the rest, but your mind and your spirit gets to go and travel and do other things. So in order for the cycle, this transit cycle that's coming for you, it's as simple as getting really good sleep is going to help you a lot. Nick and Jasmine?
Okay, so I got 2 cards. Plus,
Okay.
my guides wanted me to bring up some stones that she can use to help. Which, funny
Okay,
enough,
great.
I'm wearing some of said stones today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's to maximize the cycle for you. This is a cookie cutter one, but it does work and it's important. I got the 3 of swords again.
Again, wow.
Any trauma that's holding you back, mend it. Stop ignoring it, mend it. That will get you out of a negative mindset once you move on from that. And that will, in a domino effect manner, raise your vibration in every aspect. When you do that, you'll go into your emperor power. You'll be the big cheese. You'll get what you want. You'll make the rules. You'll blah 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 blah. You'll be the matriarchy of the family. You'll get stuff done and people will look up to you, etc. Now the guides are telling me that there's 3 stones that you can use to help you with this. First one I don't have on. It's called Angelite. Angelite helps you connect to spirit. So while you're maximizing that, you can use that stone to enhance it. The second stone that got brought up to me was serpentine.
Okay.
It's a yellow stone. Sometimes it's spotted black, but sometimes it's solid yellow like this. Serpentine is a good stone to balance both the spiritual and the physical aspect. It acts like a bridge, so it can help you stay connected while also grounded. Now, the final stone that they're bringing up is shungite, which is what this Ankh necklace is made out of. Shungite is, in my experience, the best grounding stone that I've tried.
Yeah.
The close second being obsidian. But like it feels like a straight weighted blanket. And I'm usually a very grounded person. So if I can feel it, I know someone like Jasmine or Hannah can definitely feel it when they wear it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So shungite, I would mix with the angelite. That way you have two very strong connections, both up top and below. And then with the serpentine, I would add quartz to it because serpentine does both of those things already. Quartz amplifies it. Quartz acts like an amplifier to any stone you combine it with. So that's what I got from my reading.
Gotcha. Nice. Jasmine?
So again, matches with what you guys were saying, but specifically with what Cora was saying about just be in the moment. It feels so. These are the cards I drew. I drew the death card, which it's not a bad omen. The death card basically is a major arcana and basically means that everything that you're going through, you put in your contract. Like you were meant to go through that. This is where you want to be, and this is part of your contract. But this also goes into line with what you were saying, Lori, about getting that resting and getting that sleep.
It's super important.
It regulates everything.
It does.
So, and again, you have your flowers, which means your spiritual gifts. So, along with this card, I asked for clarification on it. And it says that you're reaching so far and you're reaching so hard for something valuable, and you want to reach it with all your might. And you have spirit on your lap, and it's going to help you get there. But it's like the more you're fighting, it's like you're fighting spirit, because right down here, it's actually eating the fish, and spirit is fish. So it's like you're kind of counterintuitively fighting what you want from spirit, because spirit says you have everything you need. You pick
Your
what cup you
cups are
want.
all full. Yeah.
Pick which route you want. But the thing is, now is the time to just. I had a hard time with the word let go, because to me that meant like that I wasn't trying hard enough, that now it's time to not try as hard. But I like the word allow more. So now I'm allowing that energy, and now I'm allowing spirit to take me on this journey, to help me become the best that I can be, to be of service, to help those around me, to be able to use these cups to their fullest. Us with our conscious mind aren't able to see the full chess field, aren't able to see the whole map like spirit and our guides do. So it's more about that trust, that faith of allowing spirit to use us and use our surroundings and use everything around us to our full potential. It's not, I think you're doing as much as you possibly can consciously, that now you have to let that unconsciously and all the things that are unseen to play out.
Surrender.
And be able to surrender that outcome. It's like Sophia says all the time, like, it's great to have your goal, have your nest, have your goal, but let spirit figure out which pathway is the best for your highest and best.
Yeah.
Surrender
Maximize her potential. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Wonderful. Delabor, anything for Mary Mansfield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you too.
The gist of what I got is basically take a trip to a destination where you've never been that you've always wanted to go to. That's your starting point, and work from there.
Okay. Hope that helps, Mary. Thank you so much for asking that question. Really appreciate it. And I hope it helps. All right. Okay. Robert V. Weird question. Been getting a vision of Isby for the last few weeks. Like he has something to tell me. What is it? What does this mean? Okay. So yeah. So this is someone that is part of the Soul Tribe, and I can answer this for you. So, as we all know, Isby had some physical challenges in life, and he succumbed to those not too long ago. He's been in the healing realms because there's a lot of healing, not just physical, but emotional, mental healing that he's going through. He wants to thank you, Robert, for the attention, the love, the friendship that you showed him. He's been around you lately. That's why you're feeling him. Little things, notice things about what's going on in the day to day, but he's always with you. He's supporting you in everything you do. He has great love and affection for you. And he just wants you to know that he's happy, he's healthy, he's in a really good place now, and he's not in any pain. He understands what everyone in the Soul Tribe has done for him, how much love and support he received through the Soul Tribe, and he has a lot of gratitude and honest love for you. And that's what I'm getting from him at this moment through my guides. He wants you to just be aware of his energy, that he's there supporting you in spirit. Now you have someone new on your team that is there looking out for you. And yeah, this is he's just expressing a lot of love and just great affection for you, is what I'm getting out of it. Anyone else? Go ahead, Nick.
Okay, so I got a short and sweet reading for this one.
Okay.
So I got one card for it and a rider card on top of it. So for Isby, they got the Knight of Pentacles, and knights again representing people that are in service, whether it's you or someone for you. And I interpret this as Isby. Isby is showing you that they're still in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving you something out of value. More than likely something's on the spiritual aspect, since they're on the other side now. And it's going to help you greatly. Now, the rider card, I also got the devil. Now, I didn't get a negative connotation with it on this one. It's quite the opposite. What I think Isby wants to tell you is to stop being in fear, and to stop worrying, and to stop. He wants you to get to a point where you're not grieving, is what I'm getting from this. Your friend wants to see you happy, and your friend appreciates that you care so much about him. But there's no point in grieving, because Isby's still there.
He's there. He's with you all the time. Yeah.
You didn't lose anyone. They're
Nope.
just helping you out.
You gained
in a
something.
different realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what the Isby wanted to tell you.
Excellent. All right. Jasmine, anything for Robert V?
It seems like my cat has more to say than me. I think
She's
it's more
pretty.
of a
Or he.
she is really
She?
pretty.
Okay. Was right.
I think the major thing that I'm getting is that everything comes and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to either let it break us or make us stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just kind of fine. It's an old saying, find the silver lining, but
yeah,
everything happens for a reason. You got to believe that it happens to make you better. Not saying that it was needed, because it's always hard. Like I'm just remembering about like times that I don't know Isby, so I don't know who they were, or but I just remember for some reason my guides are bringing up a memory of when I was taking care of prenatal kittens. Like they still had their umbilical cord still attached. It hadn't dried off. And I found them underneath a dumpster when I was leaving school, and it was raining, and I crawled underneath the dumpster and I touched them, and they were freezing. And normally with babies like that, they lose their heat so quickly. So I was like, oh no, that tells me that the mom hasn't been around. So I crawled under there and I grabbed 3 kittens that were still alive. And then 2 weeks later, they all died because they didn't drink milk from their mom. So they didn't have the microbes, the bacteria to actually process their food. So they ended up suffocating, and I was crying and bawling. Like it was horrible. And I felt horrible about it. But then my friend gave me really good advice. She said, at least they died knowing love, and they didn't die in cold, freezing, and alone.
That's powerful. Yeah, I just got chills. That is the message. Yeah, better to have loved than never to have loved. Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's what the experience is all about. Wow. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, the impression that I'm getting is that Isby is just checking in with Robert. That's all. I don't think it necessarily means anything. I think Isby's done some work on the other side, on his own, in his own cause,
Lot to
on his own
unpack
saw.
there.
Yeah, and he's just getting himself orientated.
Yep.
And now he's like looking back, and he's seeing Robert and a couple of the other people that he knew in this life.
Yep.
Just checking in with him, and
Yep.
that's
Love and
it.
appreciation for what he did for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Core, anything?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of piggyback off what Delabore just said, because it was interesting. You said that I didn't know this human either, but I also got that he was healing, and he was very excited for himself because it was like he kind of was like, meh at times of my life, you know. But he said one of the things that I work with is words, right? So I'll take literature and look up the words to find what they actually mean. And he said, look up my name. So I looked up Isby, and it actually means endowed with the attribute of spirit. So I feel that that's what he was really bringing, is I'm being endowed with the attribute of spirit as I'm healing through this. And I'm right, like everyone else has said, I'm right here with you, healing with you. And also one thing that he offered me to let you know was not all service looks the same. Service is service. And a man of God is a man of God, whether he's doing it in church or he's in the lake, you know, with a cat. Like service is service. And to give yourself that space in yourself where you're doing God's work through that reflection of yourself and all these beautiful people that may have had lives that maybe don't look as elegantly as other people would like them to. I'm just going to leave it at that on this, but you know, so yeah, bless all of you for the work you do. And this gentleman that said this and asked this, yes, no, this man is just healing with you and he's rocking you on the whole way. Keep going.
Yeah, he's there in support, no doubt about it. And he has great love and respect for you. So just know that when you have a hard life and you got a lot of physical stuff going on and emotional and mental, it takes a long time to get through the healing realms, but he's doing great and he knows what's going on in your life and he's sending you a lot of love. So I hope that resonates with you, Robert B. And thank you so much for asking that question. Well, guys, we have already come to the end of the show. I don't see any more questions. I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much for participating the panel. Really love the people that come on and help us on the panel. Core, it's such a pleasure to have you with us as well. Dalibor, always there. And Nick and Jasmine, what a pleasure your generation brings to the topic and the discussion. So just so grateful to have you with us, and thank you for that. Just want to let everybody know, have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself. Oh boy, I think we got one more. I'll do one more for you guys, and then this will be the last one. Ashika, do you see me landing the job? I'm currently in the hiring process with this company called D.E. Shaw. Do you see me landing the job? Currently in the hiring process with this company. I'm getting something about proving yourself. They're going to need to see some initiative on your part. You have the potential to land the job.
Angela says yes.
Says yes. Okay. Yeah, definitely put yourself out there. Do whatever needs to be done. Show them what you've got. No doubt about it.
So I asked it a little differently and asked, what's the energy behind this hiring process, right? So we got the Lord of established strength. So this kind of goes back to what you were saying. Establish yourself. This is a time for discipline and showing up with consistency, because even if that doesn't go through
show your worth.
Even if it doesn't go through right this minute, it will go through further on down the line. We are in a playful homework session. And so just be playful with it and show up. Speak your truth, but speak it with a gentleness, and then just walk in that power. That's the energy behind that.
I love that. That's great. Nick, Jasmine, anything for Ashika?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful name. Okay. All right.
So mine is the Hierophant.
Okay.
And the thing that speaks out to me the most is the back is in stained glass. And stained glass means to me is what you see is what you get. So going back to what Lori was saying, maybe it's a presentation that you're going to do. And that's going to be like the key to your success for them.
You're going to see you're going to see where to put that energy. Yep, I agree.
So that to me, and then it's the energy of 5, the energy of change. So that's what means. What you see is what you get.
I love that. Nick?
Huge positive reading.
All right.
Okay, so the first card was the Hangman. You know what you're doing. Don't sweat over it.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it short because this is very clear cut. The message that I got. The 4 of Wands. It's stability, celebration. Your goals are met. The people in the background are celebrating. Very positive card. You're basically what I'm getting from this is you're getting what you
You're
want.
on your way.
Yeah, you're basically you want, and then
you know what to do. Just do it.
Then the next card was the 10 of Pentacles. Another huge positive card. You got the buildings showing the goals. You got all the pentacles showing the value. You got the dogs that represent God. So that means God is on your side on this.
Right.
You got the wise old man. That's also there. You also got the archway that shows getting to your goals and your beginnings. And then there's also fruit all over the card too, showing that your work, the fruits of your labor are about to pay off like exponentially. So,
just keep doing you.
Yeah. And then this last card is why it became so cutthroat, is because I got the death card. Death card more times than not is not a negative undertone. Death cards usually just represent yes and no, along with something ending and something beginning.
Rebirth.
So yeah.
So you're going to be birthing a new position.
Yeah. So with all the cards I just drew, plus the death card,
the
answer is yes.
Yes.
You couldn't have drawn a better card for your question.
Whoop,
the answer is yes.
Get ready to celebrate.
Yeah.
I love it. Hope that resonates with you. Dalibor, did you have anything for that one?
Well, yeah. When I did the pendulum, it was like a strong yes. So that correlates with what everybody else was saying.
Perfect. I just making sure you were adding something. It felt like you had something more. It's all good. All right, you guys. Well, listen, have a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I want to do a great big shout out to Mary Wins. Mary, you are the best moderator ever. I want to thank you for that. Really appreciate you and lots of love and affection for you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, watch for the trailer. You'll see next week's show. And again, do something good for yourself, something good for someone else, and choose love, and the rest is cake. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you all.
Good night,
Bye
everyone.
now. Much love.